Today's November 23rd. I went to Costco and bought this sweater, holiday sweater. It was a little chilly in here, so I had to get something over me. Today is a Wednesday. I was going for 1 hour because usually the volume is light and anything can happen when the volume is light. So I decided to be cautious, and so I went for 1 hour. And so I scalped immediately. A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. And it turns out at the end of the day, because of the FOMC stating that they may curtail aggressive interest rate hikes. So immediately there was a spike, and I had a limit order on a couple of stocks that I was holding, and it triggered and then dipped down a little bit. And so I was okay with that. So I was going for 1 R, but I received 2 R, which is perfectly fine with me. Now, I was coming back from Costco after I bought their $4.99 chicken. I ate one of the drumsticks, and it's spectacular. I just bought it out of their warmer, and I ate it, and it's really good. So I park in a parking lot, and I was walking through. There's an open surface parking space between the parking garage that I'm in. It's a good distance, and I thought to myself, what I've noticed is that the only reason that I lose is because when a stock does this. When a stock does this, I lose. Because anywhere I get in there doing a call, I would lose. Because I tend to trade reversion, meaning that I would look for the backside of a deep decline and then incline. Even if it's a little bit, I can take advantage of it and make a little bit of profit. That's my strategy. But when a stock does this, like jumps up and then just does this all day, just like that, all day through to the close, generally what I'll do is I'll lose money. In fact, that's the only way that I would lose money. However, I can take advantage of that. And if it does that, then I can just buy a put and ride it all the way down, right? But generally speaking, what I tend to do is buy the call and then ride it up. That's how I trade. And then as a day trader, what I attempt to do is get out of trade, hopefully right afterwards, after it makes a significant amount of gain, then I can just exit and make profit and I'm done. The reality is now what I need to do is study up on the characteristics. What mechanism causes the stock to do this all day? What is it that it just does this? What is it? Why does it do that? So if I can pinpoint exactly why that occurs and then create a situation where I can detect that, where I can figure out why it does that at the onset, then I would either not be involved in it, or I could go reverse, flip my thesis and go buy the put and ride it all the way down. So I need to figure out what type of a situation is, and if I can identify that. So I need to figure out how I can identify it. I need to find a characteristics of this particular stock that does that, right? If earnings are that way, I'm not sure how that works either. I mean, the earnings, if it's bad, it just dip and then spike up and then does this. So that's different too. But something that does this is very difficult, because once I get in, I go, oh, I'm losing. But okay, it's going to rebound. And it just keeps going down slowly. It's like cooking a frog in a cold water. You slowly raise the temperature until the frog bakes. Actually boils, right? But at the point where the frog loses consciousness is when the loss is so severe. So my next step is to curtail this particular characteristics of my day trading so that I can fix it, so that I could either avoid it or flip my bias and go the other direction. So that's what I need to work on. I was wondering what I need to do while I'm studying and having the fortune of being part of UK spread betting. I'm so thankful. And the other part is I'm still studying Al Brooks. That guy, and adequate sleep is allowing me to be in a similar state of mind as being in a meditated state, such that I can so that I'm my mind is fresh. It is able to get the idea out, process it, and then take action afterwards, like looking before I leap kind of a situation. And sleep does that for me. So there are certain things that I'm quite particularly interested in. And one of them is, how do I figure out whether the stock is going to do this? So I'm going to be doing a lot of research right now.